Hey guys, thanks for joining me today on my demo video on how to start a fashion drawing. As you know, there's no right or wrong way to start, but I just wanted to show you how I approach the starting point of an illustration. And that's usually with a colored pencil. This time, I'm starting light, so I'm using a pink one that I love. It's by Faber and Castell. And I find that starting with a light color really helps me be okay with making mistakes. And as you may know, there's always lots of mistakes in the beginning stages. And I also find using lighter colors less intimidating. So maybe you want to try it yourself and see how it goes. So with my light color, I'm just trying to get the overall shape and start placing my elements of the face. So as you can see, I'm adding the eyes, the nose, the mouth. And I think the pencil is a powerful tool as a starting point because it's so universal. You know, everybody uses a pencil to write and draw. So I use this method to lay out everything for my next stage, which is the painting part. And that will be in part 2 on my next video. So my work process is quite scattered, as you can see. I'm like all over the place, but I find it, or I think of it as sculpting it out. So I'm going around the face and I'm kind of chiseling things out. So you can see I'm getting the cheekbones in, solidifying the jaw a little bit, underneath the chin. I just know the first line is always wrong. And I strongly believe that this is the most crucial step of your drawing, the first stages. It's where you can actually look at all the proportions, try to find the form. What's the size of the head? Is this ear look okay? Is it placed well in relation to the other elements of the face? How's the head shape? You know, it's almost like sculpting it out and chiseling it and studying, looking, comparing. It's quite exciting. Then after, I can go in a little bit darker. So once I'm done with my pink lines, I use a darker brown, also Faber and Castell, to kind of solidify things a little bit more and add the details. So as you can see here, I'm going in darker with the eyes and it just makes it really pop. And this is actually the stage where I can start adding my shadows. Underneath the nose. So creating a bit more depth and structure. Always adding the center line first. And you can see how the mouth is coming a bit more alive. Shadow underneath. Then I can go into my eyes. Again, me always working sporadically. Eyebrows. I'm using a motion to mimic hair. And of course, the eyelashes underneath. So this is my second step, is to go in with a darker value and start adding more details so the drawing comes a bit more together. Hopefully you can see by now that the pink line, my beginning stage, was really crucial in placing everything and just giving a base to work off of. So I love working this way because it really takes the pressure off of trying to start a drawing that's perfect in the beginning. You know, sometimes when you look at a blank page and you imagine what's going to be on it and it doesn't really come out that way. But I feel like the pink line or the light line kind of takes away that pressure and that pressure to yourself actually for wanting to create an amazing drawing. I just find it alleviates the expectation. Okay, so I'm almost done placing everything very lightly with my second color. Putting the last details, such as the earring, and I'm ready to move on to the darker value. So this is my favorite part actually, where I get to really put in all the final details. And strangely, I always start with the eyes. I don't know why, it's just a habit of mine. But I think the eyes for me are the most important because I feel like it can convey so much emotion. And I love it. So this is pretty much the last stage before I start my painting. And what I do mostly at this stage is really bump up the contrast so that things are popping out. And pretty much solidify the lines that I want to be present in the painting that can shine through. So I think for me, the center line of the mouth is really important. So I touch that up. So along with solidifying lines and details, I also kind of map out where my shadows are going to be. And this kind of helps me as a base for when I do my washes, my wet media on top. And just helps take away that nervousness of messing up. Because sometimes with wet media, you don't have as much control as you do with dry media, which is the pencil. I think the pencil I have the most control. So I kind of prep the drawing for that. So yeah, that is my process of how to start a fashion drawing, and I really hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it. And if you did, please subscribe so you can see part 2 of this video where I start painting on my drawing and show you the final illustration. Hope to see you soon. Bye!